magic, let's dive in.
So tell me, what do the cards reveal? What's the truth they conceal? She's the high priestess with the key to every question that's haunting me. A lover's heart or a warning from the past. In the tyrant's embrace, I'm spellbound at last. Truth's come undone, it's a dance we must face. In the chaos, I find my place.
In the tarot's embrace, I'm spellbound at last. Truth's come undone, it's a dance we must face. In the chaos, I find my place. The moonlight glows, the veil is thin. Moon of infinity will call again. Thanks for walking in the light, where guides whisper pure insight. Until we meet, the cards will wait. Mystic whispers guide your fate. With every message our spirits send, for cosmic dreams our souls transcend.
Hello everyone, welcome in to another live stream. Taka, thank you. I got your donation. You are first on my list tonight, okay? Please make sure if you dropped a yes or no question, you have liked the live stream. Sending hearts in the chat is great. But liking the live is what actually helps push me out to reach new people. So I just ask that if you asked a yes no question, you want something free from me, that you exchange that energy and like the live as well. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We've got Mariana here. Mariana, I have a yes, the King of Wands. Nat. What we got for Nat here? I have a yes, King of Swords. Brittany. Brittany, if you're wanting to know if you're currently pregnant, if that's how you're wording it, are you currently pregnant? I am getting a no. I have the 8 of Cups. But you can expect to have a child in the future. So I'm not sure how you were asking that. I got a yes for future expecting. Cam, I'm going to need you to fix your question. You're asking a lot of things in that question. You're asking if she'll reach back out to you. You're asking if she'll want to be with you for a lifetime after getting to know you. Just narrow that down to one question. Give me something straightforward. Yes or no. Do you want to know if she'll reach back out to you? Do you want to know if she has interest in you? Something short and sweet, please. Nothing overcomplicated like that. All right, this is for the Gemini. I have a no, the 5 of Wands for Gemini. Afsane. Afsane, I have a no, the 10 of Swords. Sienna. Um, I feel like this is a no. Sienna, 4 of Swords and the 9 of Pentacles. This may just take longer than what you're asking. Um, but yeah, I'm getting a no for that. Hey, mature, welcome in. Okay, Cam, you want to know if this person's gonna want to be with you for a lifetime? Cam, I'm getting a no for that question. I have the 8 of Cups here. Amy, thank you for checking in on me. As you can hear, my voice is better, but I'm not 100% yet. So I have to still kind of take it easy. Mature, yes, I am. I am. I've been sick for almost 2 weeks now, but I'm hopefully on the other side of it right now. Margaret, thank you. Dorella, welcome in. All right, Amy. Thank you. All right, this is for Amy. I have a no for Amy, 3 of Swords. Alessandra. Yes, Ace of Wands. Maya. Yes, the Sun for Maya. Ray. I have a no, the Tower. Mature. No, Death. Crystal will X come get his belongings? Will he ever come get the belongings? I have a no, the 8 of Swords. Margaret. Margaret, I have a no, the 4 of Swords. Dorella, no, the 10 of Swords. You're welcome, Amy. Thank you, Ray. You're welcome, Margaret. Thank you, Maya. I appreciate that. I think I'm like 90% better. I think I just got a little bit left to fight here. All right. Last person I'm doing a free reading for is Teets, and then we are moving on to donations. Donations are open. We do have one pre-order, but then after that, there's no wait at this time. T, when you say manage, do you mean like will you handle it? Will you do well like managing it? Or are you asking if you will be a manager? I'm sorry, I still don't understand what you're asking though. Can you clarify? Like, what are you asking me? Okay, so you want to know, will you manage? Okay, okay. All right, let's see. Hold on. I'm going to just trust that Spirit understands what you're asking. I'm getting a no. I have the Hermit and the Five of Swords. I don't know how long you'll be live for, but I'm gonna try to put some cash in my account. So I can do yeah. Okay. Amy, that sounds good. My plan is to be here until like 9:30, which I'm on the East Coast. So that's my plan. Now, if for whatever reason my voice is just like getting too hoarse and I just can't stay on that long, then um that'll be cut short. But I'm trying to stay on as long as I can tonight. Amy, yeah, that's fine. I just can't guarantee that I'll be able to complete it tonight if it's offline because I have other things I'm doing after I get off of here. But you can be first on my list for tomorrow. And if I find time to do it tonight, I will, but I can't guarantee it will be. All right, so Taka, are you still in here, friend? Okay, Amy, that sounds great. Thank you so much. I don't think Taka is in here. Let me. Maybe she emailed me. Let's see. Nope. Taka, are you in here, friend? All right. We are waiting on Taka, who donated for a BOGO. Whenever she joins us, we'll come back to her. As of right now, I don't have a list outside of her going at this time, so there's technically no wait if you wanted to donate, and we're just going to hang out until Taka comes back or until someone donates. As of right now, the free list is closed for the night. Oh, hey there. Hey there. You're good. It's all good. We don't have any other donations right now, so we're just hanging out. Oh, he's a Scorpio. All right, let's see. Jay's next actions. You're a Libra, but he's a Scorp Libra cusp. Yeah. Yep. Um, but I think if his birthday is today, then he's officially a Scorpio, though. But yeah, he's right on that. He's right on that edge there. Libra Venus is. That's cool. Sorry. If I go on mute, it's just because I'm having a coughing fit. Um, okay. I was just catching up with the chat. It's a lot of Nightbot conversation. um, does he have access to your social media by chance? I feel like I'm getting like watching your social media because I have the Page of Swords here. And it's like an observation of you watching you, um, maybe trying to get on your good side, talking to like I don't know, maybe even trying to with the girl that your accounts are public. Yeah, he might be kind of like watching you. The girl that told you what happened and what he said to her and stuff like that, he might even be trying to repair that connection as well. Because if you guys are like good friends, or if this is like a trusted confidant of yours, he might be trying to repair that connection as well. Um, because I think he's trying to make nice with everyone that's in your circle. You posted her birthday pics last week. um, Small talk, teasing, playfulness with you, testing the waters. I feel like he doesn't want to push your boundaries right now, but I think that he is trying to get back on your good side, basically. Um, let's see. I feel like he's kind of like going to be paying close attention to your body language, gathering intel before deciding what his next steps will be. But basically just trying to get back on your good side. Um, he is trying to balance you with his responsibilities, so he's going to be making time for you as much as he can. I wonder if he saw your birthday pics. I feel like he's managing a lot of priorities right now. So his communication or consistency may come in waves with the Two of Pentacles, but I feel like he's trying to juggle it all. And I think right now, like typically, what I will say is typically his responsibilities are what would take precedent over you. However, because of recent events, I feel like he is trying to make you more of a priority. Um, so like before you might have felt like he was all work, and then when there was time to play, then he would come around. But I almost feel like right now he's pushing you up towards the top of his list. You said he uses TikTok a lot, but he won't tell you the account. You could probably figure that out. If you have his personal number, you could probably look through your contacts and find his account through there. He's just a lurker. He's user 254693821. um so I feel like the physical attraction is strong, and I feel like he's going to want to pursue you like more intensely. I do think that how far things have gone with you guys at this point, he could be prone to jealousy as well. You might see jealousy in his actions and things like that. He may not want to show it or try to show it. But at this point, I think that he's prone to being a little territorial. So if you're talking to someone else, like in front of him, if there's like another guy that he can kind of sense some competition with, you'll start to see that come through as well. I feel like he feels like there's a lot to not necessarily clear up. I feel like I keep hearing unfinished business. I feel like he feels like there's a lot of life left of your connection. There's like a future. There's a lot more to experience with you, and so he's looking forward to that. He's looking forward to like continuing this. I think that you can expect maybe like quick messages, spontaneous plans. He may want to travel to see you as well, or try to connect with you and be like, hey, we should go do this thing very last minute. Eight of Wands is like very fast communication and forward movement. So there's like an eagerness to his energy of wanting things to kind of speed up or speed along. Just a very like, let's just do this now kind of energy. So I think that he's looking forward to kind of getting things kind of back on track with you. I think for a little while it was about having his tail between his legs and then apologizing and trying to make amends. And then it was trying to make sure that you guys really were okay. And now I think it's like his desire to try to get things back to where they were before. You said it's crazy you haven't seen him since before your birthday. Sorry. Um it's definitely been like 3 weeks, right? He's been so busy with his new store that opened. But the thing is like he's trying to get to you. So the way that spirit is showing to me is kind of like imagine that he's in the ocean, okay? And you are like this buoy in the distance. And he's swimming to you and swimming to you. But the current, the waves, that's his responsibilities. So it's like he's swimming to you and he's trying to get to you. You're the buoy, but the waves are coming in, his responsibilities, his and it's like he's still swimming and he's still trying to get there, but like things keep coming and like making it harder or like sometimes pushing him further away from you. But it doesn't mean he's not actively trying to get to you. It just means these other things are coming up that are delaying things or making it harder. I mean, that's definitely good for them. That's how it's playing out. But I can also understand the frustration of going so long without seeing him. Yeah, it is. I'm sure it is. And not only that, Taka, but like the other part of it from his energy is that um you guys left things in an okay place, but in a sense, it's like you had to pause the recovery, right? So like he apologized to you, you're like opening back up to him again. He feels good about that, but you guys weren't in like 100% back to normal, and he kind of had to like leave while you guys were in the process of trying to reunite, rebuild, reconnect, and all of that. And so, like, that's even making it even harder because he's probably thinking all this time is going by. Like, are we still okay? And I feel like he wants to check in with you in person and just hasn't been able to. So I think that's where his frustration is. It's like you guys didn't leave off in a bad place, but if this was going to happen, you could have left off in a better place than you did. And so that could be leading him to have a little insecurity as well. Um so did you want your second question to be like does he watch your social media, like that kind of thing, or did you have a different question? I have another donation that came through. If that was you, check in with me in the chat, please. Okay, let's see. Hi, Leandra. Puff spread. Okay, got it, got it. Leandra, thank you so much. You're gonna be next, okay? Yeah, let me actually see. Oh my god. Wow. Half of my deck just fell on the floor. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, so when you go to your profile, like on TikTok, okay, the very top left, there's like a little hand drawn person with a plus sign next to it, and it's a button to find friends. um, it says find contacts, and you should be able to, it's like a green button and it says find contacts, sync or find contacts. And from your contacts from your phone, you should be able to see who's linked to their phone number. And if not, there's also suggested accounts underneath of that for people you may know, probably from like phone numbers or mutual friends or things like that. But I think the only way you're going to know for sure that it's him is if it's linked to his phone number directly. So that's where you'd want to find contacts there. My contacts are not synced with mine, so I can't go further than that, but I'm pretty sure you could figure it out. All right. Is he watching your social media? Is he watching your social media? Also, Taka, if you can't find him there, you can also keep an eye on people who are viewing your profile a lot, because that's also maybe indicating that it's him too. Okay, so I am getting a yes. I have the 9 of cups. It kind of came out of the deck in reverse. It was like sideways. So what I will say with that is that he probably hasn't been able to locate you on all social media platforms. So maybe there's just one in particular, or maybe like if you have multiple, maybe he's only been able to find you on a few, not all of them. Because the 9 of Cups talks about wishes coming true or fulfilling something that you wanted to happen. And if it's coming out sideways or almost reverse, it makes me feel like he feels like he's been somewhat successful, but he hasn't been fully successful. So there could be like certain platforms where he's having a harder time to locate you, but I am getting a yes that he has seen your social media, at least one of your platforms, whichever one that is. If you only have one and it's TikTok, then that's probably the one that he has seen. Um let's see. This is something that I feel he does often. I have the 8 of wands. So this is kind of like, it has like a feeling of urgency behind it. Like I need to look, I need to see what's going on today kind of thing. And it's also linked to like spontaneity as well. So he could be kind of randomly looking at your page throughout the day, throughout the week. And it's like this curiosity. We have the pages and the nights here. Um, so I have my voice is like already leaving me. Oh my god, I haven't even been here for an hour yet. Um, the 6 of wands is that he's appreciating and admiring your posts as well. Now I do have the 3 of pentacles in reverse, and it's talking about wasting time or feeling disappointed. Again, that can be because maybe he hasn't been able to locate you on all platforms, or maybe you don't post that often. So he's constantly looking for updates and he's not seeing them. Um, but then another thing could be that he's wasting time looking at your social media instead of just interacting with you directly. That could be another interpretation of that card. It doesn't hurt to talk, it just sounds awful to me. It's like, and I'm eating cough drops and stuff. It sounds worse than it is. But that is what I have, Taka, for that. That's what I am picking up for you here. But I think that what he does see, he likes, he supports, he appreciates, he admires. So my only advice is if you're not posting a lot and you want to, he would appreciate it, I think. You're welcome, Taka. I hope you have a good rest of your night. When are you supposed to see him again? You said maybe tomorrow. It normally shows up as spontaneous. Okay. Well, I hope you're right. It was good talking to you. All right. Next up, I have Leandra. Leandra, if you're in here, you can check in with me. Oh no. Leandra, I'm so sorry. Thank you. Yeah, I'm okay. I've been sick for close to 2 weeks. I'm recovering. I would say I'm like 90% better maybe. Um Overall I feel much better compared to last week, so that's good. But at this point, because it ended in an upper respiratory infection and my body's trying to fight that, it's like there's still remnants, of things that are left. And one of them, unfortunately, is my voice. And my voice is my job, it's my career. So I am trying not to overwork my vocal cords, but I have to work. So, um, Amy, Leandra is on my list and I'm about to start on hers. And then that's it for now. Hey, SB. I sound better. Thank you. I think I sound better too, but I can tell that even after only an hour of talking, it's like getting worse again. Um, but I'm trying to hang in there. Yeah, Leandra, depending on what kind of sickness you have. But I also have an autoimmune disorder, so sometimes it can take me longer to get over things than other people. So don't expect to go on my timeline necessarily, but that's how it worked for me. SB, I got your donation. And then Amy, I got your donation after that. All right, this is the list. Thanks, Leandra. I'm hoping I'm good. Um, I truly don't even think that I'm contagious anymore. I got sick 2 weeks ago. My mom was sick the week before that, and I think I might have gotten it from her. And if that's the case, it's been 3 weeks technically, and my husband didn't get sick. So I'm hoping that I'm not contagious anymore and that we're out of the woods here at this point. But it's just that time of year, you know? Okay, so Leandra, I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle for yours, okay? Um, I'm not gonna say your person's name out loud, but I am going to keep them in mind as I shuffle, okay? So it started off as a sinus infection. Well, started off kind of like a sinus thing. It didn't even seem like an infection at first. It just started off where like my throat and my nose were very dry. I woke up one morning and I was like, "Oh, this is very uncomfortable." Like I just didn't feel like normal lubrication for my vocal cords and my nose. And then as the day went on, I was getting like more and more of a sore throat. And I was like, "Oh, this is not good. I think I'm actually legit getting sick." And then by the next day, it was a full blown sore throat. At this point, still no signs of infection, but I was really not feeling good that day. Um, Kind of achy, nothing crazy, but I just was definitely sick for sure. And then came the signs of infection. So then it turned into like a sinus infection. And then it went from like my nose to my throat and then to my chest. And then I got an upper respiratory infection. And luckily it wasn't all at once. Um, it kind of went in stages, but it was just like it depleting me, like zapping my energy. And it's just lasted like a really long time. I don't know if it was bacterial. I don't know if it was viral. I have no idea. I didn't need an antibiotic to clear it up. My body was able to take care of it on its own, so it might have just been viral. Um, but yeah, it was pretty miserable. I'm just happy to be on the other side of it. I felt like every day I was waking up with a new symptom. Like every day I was like hoping I would be better than the day before, and I wasn't, and I was just experiencing something new. It was crazy. Yeah, so my advice is to Sanitize your hands. I mean, I did all this stuff anyway, but limit hugging people, coming in contact with them. I spent a lot of time with family the week before this happened. Oh no, and now my husband is sneezing. I hope he's not getting sick. Um, Wash your hands as soon as you get home from being out in public. Sanitize. We do all of this anyways routinely, but do what you can to protect yourself. Okay. So, Leandra, um, this energy is a bit unstable with this person. I'm like trying to like process the energy here. I feel like you guys, the two of you, are like directionless, if that makes sense. You said it might be in the air. Yeah. Um, like your weakness is like direction, like not having direction, not having mobility, not having momentum, not being able to kind of get this ball rolling with this person. Like maybe you feel like you constantly have obstacles up, like just things keep getting in the way. And then maybe sometimes you're like, oh no, I think something might be happening now. And then all of a sudden it's like pulling back and withdrawing energy and like you think that it's going somewhere and then it's not. And just like essentially kind of getting this like to progress further. It seems really complicated. Um you get irritated. What are you getting irritated about? Anything in particular? For how this person feels about you, we have the Tower. So this person is having a hard time stabilizing their feelings for you. Um, they may feel like you're a bit unpredictable and that things can kind of change on a whim, and they aren't really sure if this is a connection that could bring about consistency for them if he doesn't get in the way you do. Okay. Yeah, so like it's a very explosive kind of energy with the Tower. If you Google, if you're familiar with tarot, you know, but if not, you can Google the Tower and tarot and you can kind of see that energy play out on the card itself. It's very chaotic, um, explosive, like there's a lot of issues with the Tower. And so he's viewing your connection to be something that's very unpredictable. Um, what he wants is just an easier time. He wants things to just get easier. He says that things have been like hard with your connection and he's looking for easier waters basically. Now, he's saying that if something doesn't change in your connection and you guys don't figure this out, then he's going to move on. Um he's saying that it like at some point he can only do but so much here. So he's like, my prerogative, my mission is to have an easier life, an easier time with or without Leandra. Like, he just wants things to get easier in this department. So he's saying either we've got to figure this out or I've got to walk away. That's kind of where his head is at. You're unpredictable because you felt backstabbed by him. No, he tries to fix it. You feel it's fake. So you guys are in like a cycle. I feel like you're wanting stability. You want that Four of Wands. You want to rebuild from the foundation from the ground up. You feel like whatever's been happening isn't working anymore, and you need to feel like not only is progress being made, but like healthy progress. I think for what he wants is like a real, true, authentic, healthy relationship. Ace of Cups. So he may even potentially be like, either we have to renew this, me and Leandra have to figure this out together and try to start over in a healthy way, or I have to find someone else. So I think he's kind of like on the fence about the next plan, but he knows that he doesn't want to be on this hamster wheel anymore. He needs to stabilize himself. You feel the same. If it doesn't work out, you're mentally out. You want stability. You think you can't trust him. I mean, here's the thing. I feel like you guys started off this relationship, 10 of Cups, like wanting the same thing, but somewhere along the way things got distorted, or like it's like I feel like you guys started off like on the same foot or something. Like or at least you thought you were on the same page. And then somewhere along the way that changed. Um Energy around the relationship, we have the Queen of Swords. You guys are very defensive to each other right now. The Queen of Swords is kind of like cold energy, like once bitten, twice shy, It's that kind of energy of like, I need to defend myself. I need to protect myself in this situation. And you both are in this position. I feel like you both also are very upset about how things have gone on in this relationship. The Nine of Swords talks about how this has affected you both psychologically, mentally, emotionally, and it's something that weighs heavy on you both pretty much all the time. Will the relationship be successful? I have the King of Swords. It's hard to say because the King of Swords relies on routine and structure and rationale, and approaching this relationship logically versus emotionally. Like, instead of having an emotional response or reaction, it's making sure you guys can come together like with a realistic, like basically your head over heart, like where you're approaching this logically versus emotionally charged. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I feel like Spirit is saying that the potential for this relationship to work out is only available to you if we like start over and try to approach this like in a very pragmatic kind of way versus like getting frustrated or irritable, or feelings are getting hurt and we're reacting from that place. We need to react from a place where we're talking logically. We're sitting down and having like a healthy discussion. And if that's something that you guys are incapable of doing because of all your history, maybe you trigger each other, then I think maybe it will be harder for you to sustain and maintain this relationship. But definitely something's got to give. Something has to change here because it seems like it's fueled by a lot of maybe passion, but also it's like very intense feelings too. And that can be hard. Yeah. You said it's pretty exhausting. Let's see. He started well, but he decided to play a couple games that triggered you. You're routinely annoying each other. Oh my goodness. Doesn't count. I'm glad you have a sense of humor about it. I'll do my part, try not to react. Yeah. So, Leandra, here's the thing you have the right to have feelings about this, but I think that you guys are triggering each other because you're having emotional reactions. He's not handling this very, forgive me, maturely, and you are having an emotional response. And so you guys are triggering each other in that way. It's like you have to have a different approach. It doesn't mean you can't have your feelings about this, and it doesn't mean that down the road he's not going to be responsive to your feelings. It's just that's all he hears right now, and so he's starting to go a little bit tone deaf to your feelings. If you approach this in like a more pragmatic, logical, healthy way, and he gets used to that side of you, then he'll start to open back up to your emotions. But sometimes when we hear the same thing over and over and over, we tend to start tuning them out. And I don't want him to tune you out because you have the right to have the feelings. But he needs to know that something is changing. And until you guys can get back to that place, I think it's going to be hard for him to hear you out. So you have to come with a different approach, a different tone, um, a different reaction, and then he'll go, "Wait, that's different. Let me see what this is all about." And then as you rebuild, then you guys can really get somewhere. Well, Leandra, it sounds like you're very aware of yourself, very aware of your own feelings. Um, sometimes the damage is done and the history has historied, and there's only so far back that we can go. But if there's any hope for repair for this relationship, the advice would be to try to come at it at a different angle and see if that helps. But, you can work on yourself all you want, but if he's not doing the same, then you might not end up with a different result. So Leandra, that concludes your reading for that donation. If there's anything else you would like to add on for, let me know. And if not, I appreciate you. And we're going to go ahead and move on to the next person. You're welcome. You're good with that. Perfect. Have a good rest of your night, and hopefully we'll see you back here again. All right. And also, it looks like Jasmine sent a donation as well. So I'm going to update this list really quickly. Thanks, friend. Okay. And I think that's about all my voice is going to be able to do for the night. So we're going to do a last call for one more donation to come through. If anyone else would like to donate, or if anyone that's on the donation list currently wants to add on to their reading. Yeah, your whole government name. Well, we have so many Jasmines that's coming here. I got a Jazz, I've got a Jazz, I've got you, Jasmine Moore. So I'm just like, and granted, you're the only Jasmine in here right now, but I was like, you know what? It is what it is, girl. It is what it is. Okay, so we're gonna get started with SB. She donated for a BOGO. SB, thank you for the extra $1. I appreciate it. For the fees and everything I've got to pay around here. I don't know if you guys know, but Cash App has started charging fees a couple months ago, and it's hella annoying. I write them off on taxes because it's not technically my money, but it is annoying that they're trying to take a cut. Yep. Yep. They take a percentage of my money, and then if I want to transfer immediately to my account, they take a cut of that as well. So let's just say like I made, $100 one night, for example. If I try to transfer to my account that night plus all the fees they charge, it's like $10 worth of money. So a lot of times, like I'll do, if I have a goal for the night, I'll do like an extra reading or two on top of that because I've taken consideration like all the fees that they take out. PayPal does the same thing. Venmo does not. But Venmo is mostly a friends and family transaction. So I think that's why Cash App is being used a lot more for business now, and they changed their policy. Okay. All right, let me grab the deck that I need for SB, and then we're going to get started so that we're not holding this up much longer. So my plan is to be live every single day or working at least every single day. I think the only night, because I'm trying to play catch up after not being here for a couple weeks. The only night this weekend that I know for a fact I won't be live, maybe offline, is Saturday. Um, I have my um, nephew's soccer game earlier in the day, and then we have a trunk or treat that night, and then my niece is staying over. So if I am working, it'll probably not be live, is what I will say. It most likely will be offline reading just because we'll have such a busy day that day. But I am going to try to be live and do offline tomorrow, tomorrow and Sunday. And then maybe Saturday, some kind of offline situation if I can. And then obviously next week I'm going to do what I can to be here as much as possible as well. Were you just curious, Amy, or are you thinking about getting a reading this weekend? Getting a read tomorrow. Yeah. I'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow. My voice sounds so bad when I'm not chewing on a cough drop. Maybe get some water actually. Okay. So we timestamp SB. All right, SB. This one is for you, girl. So your first question is in regards to what is your body trying to tell you right now? So I went ahead and pulled from my astrology deck, which I don't do very often because I usually just run with tarot here. But I know that my astrology deck could point me more to like body and function. So the first card that I pulled was the fourth house, and this has to do with your like solar plexus chakra. It has to do with your chest, your breast, and your womb as well. Your heart and blood flow, and your nervous system. Okay, so house 4 has to do with like your home, what nurturing your home, being at home, feeling at home. And your nervous system, because when you're at home, that's the place for you to relax and rest into like your safe space. Do you get what I mean? And so the fourth house is the foundation of your life. It's your roots, it's your emotional security. All right. So sometimes this can reflect deep seated patterns and chronic health issues, um, especially with like the upper respiratory area as well. And connecting to your womb as well, especially because I have the 12th house here too. And the 12th house is like the things that haven't come to be yet. The 12th house is like one step foot on earth and one step in the spiritual realm. So it's very possible that your body is calling you to maybe wanting to bring more life into this world. But I think the main theme that I'm feeling for you here is like your nervous system, the things that make you feel connected at home, rooted at home, and maybe like your desire to create a home. When we touch on deep seated patterns and chronic health issues, your body could be asking you to do some deep inner work, because maybe the things that you've been repressing are affecting you on a physical level as well. You said I'm right. What are you feeling about this right now? To me to make this a health reading, but I had an emergency where I collapsed, fainted, and had to get stitches. Oh my gosh, SB. No, that's okay. It's okay. If it comes through, it comes through. Like, I don't seek out health readings, but if the message is here, I'm not going to ignore it. Oh, wow. It's interesting because the fourth house has to do with like heart and blood flow as well. Um, that is really interesting. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that happened. Oh my god, that's so crazy. Literally, as I said heart and blood flow, you said heavy periods, anemia, and exhaustion. And it's connected to your womb. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I've blacked out from I have really bad periods. So I'm sorry that happened. Um you might want to do some work with your womb. You might want to do some work with like that part of your body. Now, obviously address the medical side of things, but then if there's like a spiritual side of things as well, it may be something that you want to pay attention to, because the 12th house talks about your subconscious mind and your psyche. So what's interesting about the 4th house and the 12th house coming out together is there's a dichotomy here, a duality and a dichotomy. So the 4th house has to do with everything like in our existence, everything tangible, the things that are like in our life that we can reach out and touch. And the 12th house has to do with the things that we can't see, the things that are of our mind, our soul, our spirit. Okay. Um, the 12th house has to do with the feet and the blood. So now you have two cards here that talk about blood flow. So definitely pay close attention to your blood, okay? Because both of these houses have to do with that. A lot of time the 12th house has to do with like spiritual or psychic experiences and everything of the psyche, the mental state. the mental load. You said low blood count, fell in home, was weird because I felt disoriented. I really need to take care of myself. Huge wake up call, scary to see the blood and being alone. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. All right. So, your message about this is your circadian rhythm. Okay. Its effect on the brain. So, you have a couple patterns here. All right. The fourth house and the 12th house, specifically talking about blood flow in the blood, the feet, as well as the womb, and issues with your nervous system and nervous system regulation. And then you have the sun and the 12th house, which that mutual pattern has to do with the psyche and the mental. The sun controls the body's circadian rhythm, okay? And it has an effect on your brain. It says it regulates the production of vitamin D through the skin. These are signals for sleep, okay? Paying attention to your immune health, paying attention to your blood pressure, and your overall well being. Your circadian rhythm could be something that you need to pay more attention to. I know that you said you need to ground yourself more and check in with yourself more, but if your sleeping patterns are all over the place, if you're not getting enough sunlight, if you aren't getting deep enough REM sleep and consistently, that's what the sun is going to control. So it's basically the keeping yourself in a routine that feels consistent and that feels like you're doing the same thing day in and day out when it comes to your sleeping patterns. So this affects your mood, your sleep, your immunity, and your overall health. So what I kind of am gathering is that what you've been going through, because your circadian rhythm might be a little out of whack, your nervous system might be a little bit out of whack, your body was having a hard time handling something that it probably should have handled just fine. But because you were out of tune with your body didn't know how to respond. So, in other circumstances, you might have been perfectly fine and you might not have fainted. But because you were already kind of disoriented and disconnected, that is the effect that it had on you. So pay attention to your sleep and wake cycles, pay attention to your hormone levels. Pay attention to how much sun you're getting. The time change is coming up and we're not getting as much sun as we did before. That's kind of the message that I'm getting, is that you got to get a little more in touch with your body as well. Would you say that your sleep is okay? Would you say you have healthy sleep? Because there's people out there that will say, oh, my circadian rhythm is fine. I go to bed at the same time every night. I wake up at the same time every night or every day. But that doesn't really matter if you're not getting deep enough and consistent REM cycles. So if you go to bed at 11 o'clock at night and you wake up at 7:30, technically you have 8.5 hours of sleep. But how much of that was quality sleep is the question. And are you getting enough vitamin D throughout the day, right? All right, let's look at your second question. All right, you want to know if you and this person are a good match. Let's see. You don't? Okay. Yeah, just make sure that they're doing like a thorough workup on you and checking out if you're deficient in anything. So SB, I'm getting that you guys are a great match and a great match on paper, maybe even a good match off paper. But the one thing I'm seeing is that you and Justin would be a really good financial partnership. So I feel like you guys have similar goals. This is like I don't I don't want to jump the gun here, but this is like the type of person that would be a good person to marry, especially if you have like similar goal. Like I don't know, I feel like you and this person would really know how to build like a really great quality life financially together. Like I feel like for him, he's like smart with his money. Um that's why I said it feels good on paper because it feels like you guys are just like a really good match. Like you would check a lot of each other's boxes in that regard. Passion wise, emotionally, I do have the Queen of Cups and the Strength card. So I also see like good things there. He's an accountant. Oh my God, that is cracking me up. I'm like, I feel like he's really good with money. Oh my God, you can't make this stuff up. That is so freaking funny. Because I was like, I feel like he's just like good with money management. I feel like if you guys have financial goals, you could build like a really comfortable life together there. Oh my God. I've never even said something like this to you before. That is cracking me up. Um, he can help you. Because Ace of Pentacles shows that he like knows where to put his money. He's really good, like he's very smart financially. That he's great with like business, investment, savings, security and stability. Like he just is really smart in that area. And then I have the Emperor, which also talks about like stability and security. So I feel like with this person, he's like a good person to marry because he wouldn't let you guys fall into hardship. If he can control that, like he would make sure that you guys were good, like you guys were safe and stable. Um, and that you had like multiple streams of income or properties or like just basically investments and things like that. The Emperor here is very like husband energy, like I'll take the lead, I'll protect us, I'll make sure we're good. um and just like very practical kind of person. And so that's why I said like he would be a good like financial partnership. Like he would be someone good to like be in business with. And if you think about it, marriage kind of is a business because you have to make sure that you both are going to be on the same page, have the same goals, because if one person's really bad with money and the other person isn't, that they can really screw each other over. And then I have the Justice card here, which talks about this could be like a oh, what do you call it? I don't want to say karmic because karmic a lot of times associated with something negative, but like in a sense, it's like a spiritual or soul contract kind of relationship. Um, and I feel like he is very fair. I feel like you guys would be very fair to one another. Um, the justice card also talks about contracts as well, which a lot of times when I see justice, I think marriage as well in that because marriage is a contract that you're going into. Um, he's very much by the book, very, very law and order, very organized. But at the same time, I do think that the emotional and the passion and stuff like that is still there because the Queen of Cups and the Strength card is here. So you're still gonna feel that from him. But I feel like with this person, he's like daddy energy. He's husband energy. Like he's the type of person that I feel um you could really build something with in this life. So I do feel like you guys are compatible. Um I think that what's going to lead the relationship though is practicality over everything else. So if you're looking for like that whirlwind romance, that passion, you're looking for him to be like words of affirmation and super, super romantic, I think that's less likely and more likely that he's going to be like the provider type, the type of person that um, wants to lead, make sure you're safe and secure. He's a acts of service kind of person. But at the same time, that I think is the most reassuring kind of relationship, speaking from experience, because you can feel like you can rely on that person, that they're going to say that whatever they say they're going to do, and that they're always going to be thinking of you and how they can make your life better. So I would say this is a good start. Um, you'll just have to see if there's enough emotional and physical compatibility as time goes on for you. I am cracking up though at the fact that you said he's an accountant. That is so funny to me. All right. So, your last question. How will things move? Okay. All right, SB. So, we're going to work on your last question now. Oh, no. Does it look really bad? I think that you can have quite a bit of fun with this person too. I was picking up a lot of like serious well, no. I feel like he has a really good sense of humor, but I feel like the first reading I did, I was picking more up on like his personality in terms of like what's important to him. But I'm also picking up in this reading like that there's a bit of a sense of humor here that he has. Like he likes to have a lot of fun. Um, so he's not all work, no play. He does like to enjoy himself as well. Um, but he only likes to spend time doing things that he finds enjoyable. So he's not going to want to waste his time like going to like a party or something like that with people he doesn't know. He doesn't want to spend his free time like that. So for you guys, like if if he's like, oh my God, I want to spend time with SB. I don't care what we do. What's important to me is that I'm spending time with her. And then if there's something that you guys both want to do and do it together. But I don't foresee him being the type of person that's like choosing to go out to the club or whatever his non-interest is over just like enjoying himself and relaxing at home. I think that to get him out and about, he wants to have fun, but he doesn't want to waste his time. He's a person that likes to be very present in the moment. Maybe he doesn't get a lot of free time, right? So he wants to make sure that he's spending it where it counts and that it's important to him. You said you feel insecure, eyes swollen shut, don't have an eyebrow. Oh my God. 10 stitches, girl. Oh my God. You both like outdoors, yeah. Um, well, maybe tell him in advance, but I think it would be a really good talking point. I think it would be give you guys something to like break the ice. So there's that. But yeah, I see him like he definitely has specific interests that he enjoys. He's probably open to what you want to do. Um, but he's also like really good at making suggestions on things. So as far as like moving forward between you guys, I see some dates happening. I think there's more than one because I have the 6 of cups here which talks about reuniting again. So there's at least two I would say that are on the table. I would bet that the dates are outdoors because I have the sun here. And the sun is like all of those like outdoor activities, the things that you do for fun. I have pages, which means that I don't know how far it goes past the initial few dates. I think maybe Spirit doesn't want to reveal that yet because we have to kind of see what your thoughts are once you guys communicate in person. But overall, these cards indicate good news both ways. So I think that you're enjoying each other's company, you're helping to see each other um, and introduce new things to each other's life. I do feel like there are some, um, it's almost giving secret admirer energy, like having a crush on each other, but it's almost like a crush that you know is happening. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, it's not a secret. You're admiring each other and you have a crush on each other and you both know that. But at the same time, it's not really something that you like say out loud or you talk about. But it's like obviously we have interest in each other because we're going on dates and stuff. But it's kind of like a bashful, cute, puppy love, innocent kind of thing, um, where you just really take things slow. But I do see like feelings coming through. So you guys are spending enough time with one another where you could start to develop feelings for each other. Ace of Cups here indicates new relationships. So I suppose that the option is open to enter into maybe a boyfriend girlfriend situation. I remember I was getting like a soul contract and I got the soulmate card for temperance as well. Harmonious relationships. um I think you guys are very compatible and I think that you get along very well. Like I'm not really sensing arguments or anything like that. I think you guys just really jive. I think you guys are able to see like the best in each other and like kind of be on the same page and you guys just gel. You just get along very easily. I feel like you can express yourself and like you don't feel judged. So it might be a good thing to FaceTime him and show him your face, your injury because I don't think that he's going to make you feel any differently for what happened. I think he's just going to show you that he just accepts it and it is what it is and it's not a big deal. And if anything, have empathy for what you experienced. So, SB, that is what I have for you, friend. All right. Where am I? Okay. Amy. You said you're tired. Have you had a long week? Amy, I'm so glad you got a channeled message because I need a minute to not talk. All right, Amy. Okay, you said channel message from Eric. Okay. You had a long week. That's right. Happy belated birthday. I hope you had fun. Did you have a good turnout? Spent time with a friend from North Carolina. Oh, she stayed for a week. That's awesome. Dropped off at the airport. Oh, I'm so happy you had some quality time with her. Oh, wow. Oh, Eli was there. Oh, interesting. Okay, okay. Wow, I'm glad you had fun. You deserve that. You deserve to be surrounded by people who enjoy your company and want to be around you and celebrate you, you know? I can imagine. I hope that that lifted your mood. Okay, so let's take a look at channel message for you here. And Jasmine, are you still in the room by chance? He said it definitely helped, but you're sad again. Oh, oh, damn. Like back to the grind now. Did you take the week off of work or was your friend just hanging out at your house while you worked? Oh, my stylus is gonna die soon. Great. Amy, if my stylus dies on me, I'm gonna send you whatever I write, and then I'll just type the rest. Okay. I didn't realize that my stylus was so low on bot today. Okay. Messages from Eric. Messages from Eric. It seems like you and Eric haven't talked in a little while. Yeah, and I'm working on my last 2 readings. Okay. Look at your child. Bodhi on the left side.
He's big chubby.
It's so funny when they do that. Gunner looks cute though. He's like a little fox right now. You said you have been texting, talking now and then. Oh my god, Amy. Oh my god, oh my god. I can't make this shit up. I'm literally channeling something and I'm cracking up because you're literally talking about staying over at his place. So I think I'm on the right track. You basically just told me I'm on the right track. And what was funny is I was channeling that, and then I was confused because I was like, have they talked to each other? Like, why would he be feeling this kind of way if they're not talking? So I was like, I got to figure out what's going on here. Hi, Tucky. And Amy, if it's okay with you, I'm not gonna read your message out loud. I'm just gonna send it to you to just preserve my talking. But if you have any questions, like if I wrote a word weird and you can't read it, just let me know, okay? Techie, hey there. I'm doing okay tonight. Um, just wrapping up these last couple of readings, but I'm doing okay. I'm feeling better, if that's what you were asking me. I hope you're doing good. Almost done, Amy. Okay. I was able to finish it before my stylist died, so that works. Um, I'm going to go ahead and send you your copy. And please, if there's something that, um, sorry, I got distracted. If there's something that you can't read or a word you can't make out, just let me know. I tried to be as legible as I could, but the messages were coming in really fast and I didn't want to miss anything. So if it's like scribbly and you can't read it, just let me know. Okay. All right. Thank you, Amy. Have a good night. All right, so Jasmine, just to confirm, you donated for an in-depth reading. Is that correct? Okay, perfect. It was pretty legible. Pretty being the operative word. You're welcome, Amy. Have a good night. All right, so Jasmine, you said in depth for what do you see my boss is thinking about me? I'm nervous about my job situation. Okay. Wait. Oh no. That's not for you, Jasmine. I'm talking about something else. Um, let's see. Sorry, I was talking about my cat. He's getting crazy right now. I feel like he's going to be up to no good pretty soon. One boss is very hurt. Um. Okay, so I asked if your job was at risk, and I got a no. So I think, as of right now, where it stands, you're not like at risk for like getting fired or anything like that. Um, Again, this is just the energy of right now. Anything can change, it could get better, it could get worse. But right now, I feel like Spirit is saying she shouldn't worry about the security of her job. I am getting, though, that you do have a boss that is less than pleased with maybe your quality of work. Um, I don't know what brings them to this conclusion, but they feel like you might be underqualified for the job itself, or that it's like there's too much that you can't handle or something. Like, I'm trying to figure out how to word this exactly, like with the right energy. Like, for some reason this person feels like you are underperforming. Maybe that's the word that I'm looking for. Um the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. It feels like they're saying like you could do better. I don't think this is all of your bosses. That's why I was saying maybe underqualified isn't the word. Underperforming, maybe. I was like, I don't think that's necessarily the word, but it's like the perspective is that you could be doing more, you could be doing better, basically. Um, and I believe it. I believe that you're overqualified, but for whatever reason, this boss has like a vendetta. So maybe they're wanting to see better numbers, metrics, performance. I don't really know what the word is, but they feel like you could be doing more, and it's affecting them directly for some reason. Now, I don't think that all of your bosses feel this way, but for whatever reason, this person feels like you shouldn't have been hired, or that it's like he's tolerating the fact that you were hired. And it feels very pointed at you. Um, and the Five of Pentacles makes me feel like this has been going on for a long time. Oh, he's discriminating. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good at all. What is making you nervous about your job? I feel like you are spiritually protected here at this job right now. That the things that he takes issue with are unfounded and maybe even unjust. And he doesn't really have a leg to stand on when it comes to you. So there's not really much that he can do to remove you from the situation. I feel like you have the upper hand. Oh, I see. I see. I see. Yeah, I feel like you're divinely protected here. Um this is like a frustrating situation for you, I can tell. There's no way for you to get put onto like someone else's group. Like, is he the only boss that you can have, or is there another team you can work under or something? He's definitely taking things up personally with you, and he shouldn't be. It's like a personal attack or something. Here's what I think is happening, because he's feeling I just completely lost my train of thought. Hold on. I feel like he is intentionally trying to make you feel uncomfortable, because I think he's hoping that it's going to push you to leave. Here's the thing, like I said, you're divinely protected right now at this job, so it's like if you want it, you're going to have it. The problem is that he knows that he doesn't have any ground to stand on to let you go. So I feel like he's almost trying to make your life more uncomfortable there, and trying to give you more challenges and obstacles, so that way you feel pressured to leave, because he doesn't have any other way to make that happen. I think he's a very miserable person, and I think that there's something about your energy that disturbs him. I don't think there's anything in particular that you have done. It's possible you remind him of someone that he's worked with before or something like that that made his life harder. I can't say for sure, but there's just something about your spirit that disturbs his spirit. But that would indicate that maybe he's just a low vibrational being and he's miserable himself, and maybe he could potentially feel threatened by you. I'm not sure, but it's giving like you bother him. You get under his skin for some reason. You said there is another team you can work under, because if that were the case, that's what I would try to do. Sometimes there are just people who just aren't going to get along with you. They aren't going to like you. They can't put their finger on why that is, but there's something about you that disturbs them. Just just your general presence can irritate someone. I do remember, if this is the same person, that I was saying that, like, unless you're making his job incredibly easy, that he doesn't like. I almost feel like he wants robots working underneath him. Like he wants overachievers, overperformers. He wants he doesn't want to assist or help anyone be better. He just wants them to be perfect right out the gate. And I feel like if you're anything less than a robot, it's like not good enough for him. It's not the same person. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was picking up with the other person, the robot thing. So I was like, I don't know if this is the same person or not. Honey, is he like clawing at the thing over there? He's in a mood. You're gonna pick up another job just in case. So, just to clarify, are you able to work under a different team? Like, could you put in a request to do that or no? Because I don't foresee this getting better with this person. I'm so sorry to say. There's someone else I can send my opportunities to within the organization who seems interested in helping. That is my advice. That is the route that I would take. And that is the intuition that I feel I'm being called to tell you to do. But I also want to be clear, Jasmine, that I'm really just picking up this one person in particular that takes up issue with you. Um, I don't feel like that's everyone. I really don't. He asked you to set up some time on his calendar. That's like a part of the spiritually protected thing that I was kind of tapping into already is that I feel like there's more opportunity here. Maybe this isn't your forever job, as I've mentioned before, but it's something that you can use to create stability for yourself right now. And I think that spirit is calling to, how do I say, like try to encourage you to look down other avenues within the same job right now. Like I don't foresee the advice being to like leave right this second. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Okay. Yeah, that I think that will be good, Jasmine, but definitely keep me in touch. Um or keep in touch with me and let me know how that's going. I'm always interested to see updates on these readings. So if you ever want to let me know how things are going. You're welcome, Jasmine. I hope you have a good rest of your night, and I hope this reading was helpful for you. I will see you next time, okay?